Day. What a night. We had some really interesting weather and cloud formations around western Oregon tonight because of the thunderstorms that developed. Let me show you radar right now, and you can see what's happening here with these storms moving again from southeast rather, to northwest. Now, they've mainly devolved into showers over the western valley. So I want to take you back up to the Cascades real quick. Fascinating time lapse. Showers, thunderstorms here. Notice they're moving. You're looking south from east to west. But then look at the marine layer clouds here. Totally going in the opposite direction. So the low clouds coming onshore west to east, the upper level clouds going from east to west. A really great example of what we call elevated convection, meaning the thunderstorms, which only form when the air is unstable, happening above or elevated above the stable marine layer air, which usually doesn't do anything but keep us cool and cloudy at times. So again, a really interesting example of what we call elevated convection in meteorology. All right, back to radar. You see the showers here now, mainly down around Marion County and parts of Clackamas County. That's where we're seeing the heaviest rainfall at this time. The rainfall amounts that I checked, and I looked at all the remote rain gauges throughout the Cascades in eastern Oregon. You had about 1/4 of an inch over in Maupin earlier from thunderstorms, and about 1/3 of an inch in some of the more remote Cascade locations too. But that was about it. These haven't dropped super heavy rain at any of our rain gauges that I could find. Although Aurora picked up 1/10 of an inch and 3/100 of an inch fell in McMinnville. Widen the map out, Hood River had 1/100 of an inch. The thunderstorm threat for tomorrow is real, and it covers really most of the state except for southwest Oregon. Although for the western valleys, I think it's going to be limited to the morning hours, and then we'll be done with the threat of storms for quite a while. The highest today, that was a good story, made up to 75, right in the sweet spot by a lot of people's standards. Above average too by about 9 degrees for this time of the year. 82 Pendleton, the Dallas the hot spot with the 84. So the weather pattern hasn't really changed since this storm, this upper level storm dropped on down the coast on Monday, set up shop around the San Francisco Bay. Actually caused a big rain delay for the Mariners game in Oakland. Circulation around low pressure in our hemisphere is counterclockwise. This is why we're seeing the winds blow from east to west across Oregon, which is unusual. Most of our weather is coming from the west, or at least some variation of the west, southwest, northwest, but not now. So that's why we're seeing these strong storms over the region. Now in the morning, showers, lots of them throughout the area, and there's another batch later in the morning. But again, the threat of thunderstorms, morning hours, then just back to regular showers. We may dry out for a bit on Friday, but the weekend, I'd really been trying to hold on to a dry forecast for Saturday. Probably not going to happen. There's one area of low pressure here coming Saturday, then another one coming our way Sunday. It'll be tough to rule out showers on Saturday, but I think we'll have some dry time. But there is potential now later next week to warm well back into the 70s and maybe 80s yet again. We're getting ahead of ourselves there, but something to look at late next week. It is 62 right now, the freezing level 10,100 feet. Okay, showers and slight chance of a thunderstorm yet tonight or tomorrow morning, but then just showers and much cooler for the week ahead. Only 60 on Thursday, 57 on Friday. Saturday 61 and Sunday 60, and it should warm up again late next week, David. So
yeah, it's okay to get ahead of ourselves, right? Something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's right. And this weekend will be interesting and cool.
All right, there we go. Thank you, Matt.